To the veterans gathered with us today, we honor your service to this country and your character. We owe you an incredible debt of gratitude for your legacy. Wallington has always been a special community with a long history of sacrificing for the greater good of the nation. For generations, Wallington has mourned the loss of Native sons who gave their lives in defense of their country. It is a testament to your community and patriotism, and is something in which you should all always remain very proud of. This morning, I have the honor of sharing this stage with your Grand Marshal, Mr. Peter Deacon, a veteran of the United States Navy and a distinguished resident and retired businessman of the borough of Wallington. Pete Deacon and other veterans gathered here today are shining examples of why America is the greatest nation on earth. To our veterans, military service during a time of war was not considered a burden to bear. It was not seen as an opportunity for fame or glory. To these men, military service presented an opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. It gave them an opportunity to give something back to their country. The patriotism and spirit showed by our veterans exemplify what Tom Brokaw said so perfectly when he described the greatest generation. The men of this generation did all they could to be very decent men in very indecent times. They soldiered on and did their duty without complaint and without hope of reward or recognition. The men of the greatest generation are defined not only by their military service to this country during a time of war, but also by their service to their communities when they returned home. Ladies and gentlemen, today's wars are very different than those of yesterday. Yesterday, the enemy was a dictator who were easily identified by political philosophy and geographic border. Today, the enemy is terrorism, which is not so easily defined. While the wars are different, the veterans are not. Today's veterans are following the glorious example of those who came before them by serving their country and then returning home to serve their community. We cannot always predict the challenges that will confront us in the future. Though we pray for peace and prosperity, we know that tragedy, wars, and natural disasters and economic hardship are always possible. Whatever the challenges are ahead, if we look to the example of the greatest generation and men like Pete Deacon and all of our veterans, we will find the fortitude to face every adversity and defeat every enemy. Thank you for inviting me here today. May God bless our veterans.